Hello brothers and sisters, I hope you are all having a blessed Sabbath day. In this video we will be taking a look at Abraham and whether or not he kept the Sabbath. So let us begin. First off, we will start with the book of Genesis chapter 26 and we will look at verses 4 and 5. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. God himself says this to Isaac, that his father Abraham did indeed keep his charge, commandments, statutes, and laws, which included God's 10 Commandment law. In fact, the Hebrew word for commandment in verse 25 is meswati. If you know Hebrew, then please correct my pronunciation because I probably just butchered it. But this word appears 19 times in the Old Testament, which includes Exodus 16 verse 28, Exodus 20 verse 6, and Deuteronomy chapter 5 verses 10 and 29. So did Abraham keep the exact same laws that was presented to Moses on Mount Sinai, which included the seventh-day Sabbath? He absolutely did, friends. According to this, if there was no commandment law before Exodus, Adam and Eve would have never been kicked out of the Garden of Eden, and Lucifer would have never been kicked out of heaven to begin with. The Sabbath has always existed. All 10 commandments have always existed. They are eternal. It's a transcript of God's character. And God showed that at creation. Let's go to the book of Genesis chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. Some Christians like to say, well, rested right there just means a ceasing. I mean, yeah, of course. But what do you think it means? What does the word cease mean? It means to bring or come to an end. It means he was finished and rested from his work. He was done and then rested on the seventh day. Right? And then others like to say, well, God just blessed that specific day. That specific seventh day. What? It clearly says that God blessed the seventh day. It doesn't say he blessed that seventh day. It doesn't say he blessed a seventh day. And it certainly doesn't say he blessed this seventh day. No, he blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, meaning he set it aside for a holy use. Why would God bless something and set it aside for a holy use and never be used again? How does that make sense? Because it doesn't. It's time to stop making excuses as to why you disobey God. The Sabbath was sanctified as a memorial to remind us of who God is, and it is a sign to show who our allegiance is to. The very fourth commandment tells us exactly who God is. In fact, this is what Jesus told the scribes and Pharisees in the book of John chapter 8, verses 37, and we will look through verse 44. I know that ye are Abraham's seed, but ye seek to kill me, because my word hath no place in you. I speak that which I have seen with my father, and ye do that which ye have seen with your father. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Jesus saith unto them, If ye were Abraham's children, ye would do the works of Abraham. But now ye seek to kill me, a man that hath told you the truth, which I have heard of God. This did not Abraham. Ye do the deeds of your father. Then said they to him, We be not born of fornication. We have one Father, even God. Jesus said unto them, If God were your Father, ye would love me. For I proceeded forth, and came from God. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye would do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Jesus wasn't playing around when he said, if ye were Abraham's children, ye would do the works of Abraham. Instead, Jesus told them they were of their father, the devil, who was a murderer from the beginning, the father of lies. What did Abraham do? He kept God's Ten Commandment law. The Jews did not. Jesus opposed all of the traditions they had set up, and they hated Christ with a passion and got him crucified, breaking every single one of those commandments, just like their father the devil, right? They weren't the seed of Abraham as they claimed. Abraham was saved by grace through faith, which works just as we are today. As we have learned, Abraham did keep the Sabbath. And a quick read of Hebrews chapter 4 points back to the Sabbath at creation. It's time to stop playing church, beloved. God is calling us back to worship him the way he wants us to. He's calling his people back to the Sabbath today. Clock is ticking, friends. Jesus is coming again. This is John Tinsley with Everlasting Rock Ministries, and always remember, the truth never fails. God bless you.